All right, this is the next video here. I did pull the cord on this rewinder here, and to me it's a little bit too short. I actually like about an extra foot if I can get it, so I'm not hitting a dead stop as I pull the cord. So I'm going to rewind the string on the rewind. This is some brand new cord, and the way I measured, I'm 6 feet tall. I have my brand new coil of string, and I set that on the ground, and then I bring the end up, and I reach above my head as far as my arm will reach, so we're talking about 9 feet, and I wrap the end about 2 or 3 times around my fingers, just 2 of them like that, and that accounts for the knot that I'm going to have to tie in the handle and the knot that I'm going to have to tie at the end of the pull cord that goes into the rewinder. And that always seems to work. Now when I took this cord out, it was not really installed properly. If you look at these Briggs & Stratton handles, if you'll notice, one side is very open and the other side is about a half moon and sort of closed. See that? See that round shape there, half moon shape? And then this side is almost round and wide open. That's the side you want the knot to come out on, so that when you pull the rope down from the handle, it pulls that knot into that opening hole. It will not slide into that hole very well on this side. So I'm going to take the end of this brand new pull cord, and I have to put it up in this handle and make a turn with it. And I want to make sure that I'm coming out on the right side. That's the small side. I don't want that. I'm sorry, let me look at this again. It's hard to tell in the shadow. That's the small side. And then this is the bigger side. They're actually both half moon shaped, but that one's smaller than that one. I don't know if you can see that. That's big, little, I feel like Sesame Street. That's very small. That's very small. That's very big. That's very big. Okay, so I want it to come towards the big side. So I'm going to sort of shape this cord before I put it in there with a little curve, see? And now I'm going to make sure I've got this turned towards me, and that's the small one, that's the big one. And now I'm going to slip this in and turn it, bring it up through the center. You can see it's starting to make the turn. And then push, 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 and hopefully it'll make that turn. Maybe wiggle a little bit. Okay, it's not doing it, so I'm going to grab something. I use these knitting needles for all kinds of things. So I'm going to push this a little bit and see if that helps. Nope, that didn't make the turn. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab this knitting needle, and I am going to grab it with that little hook on the end and pull it towards me. So I think I've got the rope. See that? So it's grab the rope. It's got a little hook on the end, little fish hook kind of thing. So now I've got this out. I tie my little granny knot in there, like that. And pull it snug. Pulling it snug. Get you a pair of pliers and pull it snug like that, see? Wrap it around your hand a couple of times. There you go. That's snug now. Okay, now if you've done it right, this knot will slide up in that larger hole a little bit, kind of go into a little nest in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's in that little nest. That knot fits right in there if you've done it right. And so that's the back side. You're not going to see the little tail on that one. So, okay, so there you go. Now, the question is, how do we get it in the rewinder? Once you do that, I've already got my screwdriver in there. When I took the old string out, it's holding everything in place. I don't want to lose that. And So let's go over here. I'm hoping I've got the camera in the right place. Set my rewinder up there. I've got my string. And I'm going to find on this modern rewinder where the hole comes out. And if you'll notice, there is a kind of an open slot right there. Right there. And that's where the knot's going to be. And it's going to nest in there on this end. But I've got to have this line up with where the cord comes out. So I'm going to grab this with my hand and slowly let this ease around to that point, so that the little knot nest, see, it's rewinding right. It's going to come out right there, and see, that's where the hole is for the knot, and for the string rather. So now I can put my screwdriver back in here to hold it in place, and hopefully I can target that new string I just put on there to come out that little hole. Let's try it and see if I can hit the target. So I kind of straighten it out. I slip it in the little hole where it comes in, where you pull the cord, it goes in right there. And now I'm going to kind of fish line it in there and see if I can get it to right up. There we go. See that? It's coming out right where it's supposed to. So I grab that, tie my little granny knot in there, and if it doesn't fit flush, you know, the string doesn't fit flush up against the rewinder, if it's got a foot or two off, that's okay, because it's got to run up to that little holster up there on the handle anyway. You need some string to do that, so it's okay. All right, so there it is. Now I'm going to push the little knot down in there. If it doesn't want to go, then I may pull this out and turn the rope some so it sort of wants to go in there a little bit, and I can tuck that tail in, right in there. All right, so I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's in a little pocket now. So I would wrap this around my hand a couple times, take the screwdriver out, and the spring should wind this right back on there. And all I got is about 6 to 8 inches, which is perfect. I love that. All right, so now we've got that on there. Now we just need to install it. We'll do that when we come back for the next video.